Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I am doing the Makeup Beginners foundation slash prepping your skin for foundation video. I wanted to really quickly just show you guys how I do this process, and for me it's about exfoliating and moisturizing, because with your skin you do want to have a nice soft pretty smooth canvas to work with. So without further ado, I'm just gonna get started. So for this you'll need like a little cotton cloth or one of those like face cloths to wash your face. And then you'll also need a really good face exfoliator. The one I'm using is this little one. This is the Naturals Exfoliating Pumpkin Facial Scrub. I will also be using this St. Ives Even and Bright Pink Lemon and Mandarin Orange Scrub. I like to use this first and then just really lightly go over my face with this afterwards. So what I like to do is run the water. Now that you have your water running pretty warm, you want to just dampen your skin. So what I do is I let my skin absorb the water a little bit, about that much, and I think that's like about a quarter size amount. So from there I like to work it onto my cheeks first, because those are my trouble spots. And I like to do like circular motions. And you also want to make sure to bring it down to your neck a little bit. Okay, so I'll let this sit for about a minute, and then I'll start rubbing it a little bit, and then I'll start to rinse it off. And I'll get my hand wet just a little bit, and then do kind of like circular motions where it's already dry. Then what you want to do is you want to dampen your cloth. So once it's damp, you want to take it and just start wiping it off. About the same amount that we took like of the other exfoliator I just used. This is like about a quarter size amount. And I just like to focus this in my problem areas, which are my cheeks. So now I'm just going to take some water. This is warm, and I'm just going to rinse off the face wash thing I just used. And right after, I'll take very cold water and just rinse my skin off. And if you have larger, more noticeable pores, I find that it helps. Even after washing your face, it's really good to rinse your face right after. So then after rinsing your face, you just want to pat your skin dry with a soft towel. I still have a little bit of makeup on my eyes, but I forgot to mention, before you wash your face, you really want to clean any makeup off with some makeup wipes or makeup remover. And then right after I wash my face, I always moisturize, and I use the Aveeno Active Naturals Daily Moisturizing Lotion. So I really love this one. Depending on your skin type, there are different moisturizers that you should use. I find that this one works really well on my skin because it's really gentle. Okay guys, so now moving on to foundation. I'm going to begin by applying a primer, and it's really good to either use like a liquid primer, which is like in a spray like this. This is a Smashbox Photo Finish Primer Water. Or you can use something like this. This is like the Professional here, and this is from Benefit. This one, I like to use these two in comparison just because I like the finish of my makeup afterwards. So I'm going to start by applying this. So now I'm gonna get the Professional, and I only use a little bit of this stuff just because you don't really need a lot. But if you guys can tell right here, I have more noticeable pores. So let me just zoom you in closer to my face here. Okay, so now you can see my pores a little bit clearer. I don't know what this is. I have, these are like hereditary under eye bags, so excuse my horrible under eyes. So I like to apply it just so it looks like that. And if you don't know what I mean, it looks like kind of like orange peel skin. I also like to put this on areas of my face where I feel like I need it a little bit more. I don't know about you guys, but I also have acne scars that are kind of like holes, and I feel like this really fills them in really well. And I also put some right here between my eyebrows. Okay, so now that I have that going, I have primed my face. I will show you guys the tool I like to use for my foundation. I really like to use this kind of brush where it's like flat at the top, and it's more of a fuller brush. I'm sorry, it has like a little spot right there where I didn't get all the foundation off, so ignore that. But yeah, so this is the kind of brush I like to use. It's a little bit more dense. I will link down below some brushes that are really affordable and you can buy off eBay. They're the Jessup, they're like kind of no brand makeup brushes, and those are really good. I find as far as applying foundation, they are a little bit harder to clean, but I think if you get a good brush cleaner, those are really good to clean your brushes with. So then the foundation that you use depends on your skin type, and if you guys would like to see a video on different skin types, I can make one for you guys. Just request it down below in the comment section. But the foundation that I find that works really well for my combination skin is Maybelline Matte and Poreless Foundation. It's this one here, and this is in the shade 228 Soft Tan. And this is this foundation is supposed to be for normal to oily skin. So I find that this is actually really good. So I put some on my brush, and I just like to pat this into my skin. And it looks like it's a little bit too dark for my face, but that's because my face is super pale, and right now my neck looks really pale because it's really like overcast outside. Is that how you say it? So I really like this foundation. I feel like it gives my skin a nice smooth finish. And with foundation, you always want to bring it down your neck. So you guys can see there's like no brush streakiness, because let's see if it shows. Do you see how it looks all weird, like streaks downward? But when you pat it in, you don't get that weird streaky look. And I also bring a little bit onto my eyelids, just because I feel like it takes some of that redness away. So another thing you can use to apply your foundation is a makeup sponge. I really like the Real Techniques sponges. This is just one I bought at Ulta. I think it was like $4 or $5 when I bought it, and these are really good. If you guys would like to see a separate video on how I clean my makeup sponges and brushes, also comment down below and let me know. But this is also really good to remove excess product. So you can just dab this over and it'll absorb any excess product if you put on too much foundation, for example. Okay. And then, so it doesn't look like I put too much because it didn't absorb anything really. So then really quickly, I'll show you guys how I apply my concealer. I've really been enjoying this one by MAC, and it's the Pro Longwear. This is their one in NW30. I like to pump out a little bit onto my ring finger and just rub the product between my two fingers, and I feel like it warms it up a little bit. So then I just go and apply it right underneath the eyes. And I like to get it on the side of my nose just because I feel like it helps to make my nose look smaller. So and then I like to bring it up a little bit here as well. And I like to use this to blend it. So you guys will see what this looks like. So see, oh, sorry. This is what happens when you don't take off your mascara that good. Okay, so do you guys see the difference between this side and this side? This one looks like super like cakey because I haven't blended it in, but I really like this concealer because I find that it's closer to my natural skin color, and it does a really good job concealing. I do like to brighten my under eyes a little bit after applying concealer, because you guys can tell it does brighten a little bit, but I like it to be a little bit brighter. And so I usually like to go in with my NYX contour palette, and I like to take this shade up here, which I believe is cream. Yeah, that one's cream. So don't judge my brush because I haven't washed it yet. But this is a dual fiber contour brush from Real Techniques, and so sometimes I'll notice that my concealer starts to settle into this little crease right there, so I like to do this fairly quickly. So what I do is I kind of just pat the brush in there and pat it under the eyes as well. And then I also like to just make sure I run this on the nose, just because I tend to get a little bit oily there. As well as here on my chin, and I will apply a little bit on my forehead too, because that's where I tend to get oily as well. So there you guys are. Okay guys, so now that we applied our foundation and concealer, I'm going to apply once again that Smashbox Photo Finish Primer Water, and you can tell it looks a little bit powdery now. But I find that like what this does is it kind of just makes it look a little bit less powdery, kind of like it absorbs that powdery look. So okay guys, and this is what I like to call a very simple and easy way to do your foundation and concealer. So super simple. If you guys would like to see a whole different video on contouring and that kind of thing, make sure you comment down below for me. I will be making several more videos for this video series, and I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.